Hey guys, Sherman614 here. This is a video response to Southernknives52's video of what is your most used knife. What knife has the most wear. And by the way, this is not from a knife cut, this is actually a hangnail. So it's one of those that, you pull and it starts bleeding like crap, so, want to keep that protected because... Never mind, I'm not even going to get into a story. I'm veering way off subject as it is. Anyway. Now, when you see this knife, you're probably going to laugh because this is not as beat on as probably, 90% of the knives that are going to be in this video as a response. And even the knife that he had a Benchmade Griptilian, and it's probably not going to be half thrashed on. So, here it is. This is my cold steel tie light. And like I said, looking at it right now, you wouldn't think anything was wrong. But I baby my knives. I take very good care of my things. And especially since I can't afford to go out and buy 3 of these. But this knife is going on 4 years old. If you rounded up all the days I've carried it, I've probably carried it for about 2.5 years. I carried it for a solid 1.5 years straight. This was my EDC for 1.5 years. So... exterior wise, there's nothing, but then you get to the blade and it is just all scratched up, scuffed up. You see all those scratches on the blade. I don't even remember what I was cutting that did that. It may have been some of my shoddy sharpening skills from back in the day. Also, this sounds really retarded, but I have a metal bed frame. And for some reason that I don't even know, because my dumbass was a dumbass, I just bought this knife and for some reason I wanted to see if this would catch on my bed sheet. And when I did that, it did like this and went down, and when it did, the blade, like almost the entire length of the blade, scraped up against my metal bed sheet hard. And it roughed up and dinged up the surface of that blade something awful. So that's probably what a lot of that is. It's been resharpened. But that is definitely the knife that I have the most wear on. This is the knife that I've sharpened the most. This is the knife that I have used the most out of my entire collection. Like, it's kind of hard to see. But if you see where the grind lines are, you should see where the tip. You can see where the tip should be on this knife, but it is angled slightly more downward, and that is because I've sharpened it so much. But yeah, this knife, the blade doesn't look pretty anymore. If this was a black coated blade, it would actually look pretty cool. But yeah, some of you might think that this is a joke and think, well, that's not a thrashed on blade. What are you doing? This is embarrassing. You baby your knives too much. And maybe I do baby my knives too much. Not, a knife is a tool, but hell, knives are my hobby. Knives are my passion, You're not going to go out with your, say you have a completely restored or maybe mint condition 1970 Himikuta. You're not going to take your Himikuta out and go mudding with it. You're going to keep that thing in a garage and never use it, except take it out on the weekends. Take it to car shows or whatever. That's the way I feel about my knives. I take them out when I need to use them. I don't do anything stupid with my knives. I don't pry with my knives, use my knives as screwdrivers. Now, a lot of people do. And that is your prerogative. That's what you want to do with your knives. That's totally fine. But this is what I do with my knives. I use them when I need them. And I don't do anything excessive with them. I cut. So, that's what I do with my knives. You guys can do whatever you want. But I'm just showing you my knife that I've had the longest and I've had the most user time with and the most wear. So that has the most wear out of all my knives. I don't like it personally that it got that scuffed up, but hey, it builds character to your knife. Just shows you've used it a lot. But so that's just from cutting average everyday things. And it may be scraping up against a staple or whatever with cutting every now and then if you're cutting sheets of paper. But anyway, that is my most thrashed on knife, and the knife that I've had the longest and carried the longest. It's seen the most cutting out of all my knives. So hope you guys enjoyed. Check out Southernknives52's profile. He got some cool videos, and yeah, I'm glad he's jumping on these types of videos that... Oh god, who started it? Cajun Blaze, I think. I'll put an annotation because I cannot remember off the top of my head for some reason. I haven't had enough caffeine today. Anyway, Sherman614, peace.